Belchertown State School received its first patients shortly after its construction in 1922. Originally located on 800 acres on Route 202 in Belchertown, the state school closed its doors in 1992 and is now in ruins. When I started writing my first book about asylums and state schools, the focus was fairly general. I created an historical overview, discussed the architecture, and covered the evolution of treatment. The concept for Committed came about while I was researching Behind the Walls. I was including a rather lengthy section about Belchertown State School, discussing the 1972 Ricci versus Greenblatt case that essentially crippled the state school system in Massachusetts. I met with attorney Beryl Cohen at a Friendly's in Palmer, around the corner from the Munson Developmental Center, which was also preparing to close. Cohen, who was still the attorney of record on all state school matters, was in town speaking to families, fighting to keep Munson residents from being transferred to other institutions that were in even worse condition. He sat across from me and told me the story of the now infamous dinner with Ben Ricci at the Salem Cross Inn in West Brookfield. Over dessert, Ben announced that he wanted to sue the Department of Mental Health. He said he didn't want money, he just wanted change. What the two men didn't know was that the change Ben so desperately wanted would eventually have a far greater impact than either of them could have ever imagined. The lawsuit reached far beyond Ben's request to improve conditions at the institution to which he had committed his oldest son nearly 20 years before. It would give hope to thousands of parents whose children were committed to state institutions. Interspersed with first-hand accounts from Beryl Cohen about his enigmatic client and the case that would change his career, Committed tells the story of the court case that took on one of the most corrupt departments of mental health, the case that dismantled an entire system and set generations of developmentally disabled individuals free from their institutional nightmares and finally allowed them to truly live.